G'day. This is Charly, and I'm coming to you today from my locals community with your daily dose of business inspiration. Come on over and join me at askcharlyleetham.locals.com. You can join the community for free and follow these conversations as they go along. You can become a supporter for $2 US per month. That allows you to interact with the content, add your own comments, add your own conversations, start your own conversations. It also helps me to keep creating content like this, like my podcasts, like my tutorials, and it's going to give you access to supporter-only content when that goes up. Let's get on with today's daily dose of business inspiration, though, and I want to talk about innovating in times of adversity. So, without a doubt, it is tough at the moment. I don't know if you're all experiencing it as being tough or if it's just a very small percentage of people that are, but certainly a lot of my clients, a lot of the people that I coach are telling me that it's really getting a bit tight. It's getting a bit tough. Things aren't as good as they were 12 months ago. Let's not do 2 years ago. Let's go back 3 or 4 years ago, shall we? But things just aren't quite as good. They're not flowing as easily. I'm certainly seeing my costs skyrocket. I'm seeing, I go down to the grocery store and what I was spending $40 on last year, it's not going anywhere near as far. I wouldn't even say it's going as half as far. So in times of adversity, we need to get a little bit smart about how we work our business, what we do in our businesses. We need to be innovative in that approach. But it's really hard when it is tough. Like, it's probably one of the most difficult times to actually do things because you're fighting, I feel that you're fighting that level of depression, that level of why am I even bothering to try? And yet, times of adversity are probably the best times to grow, to innovate, to try new things because you need to, because if you don't do something different, things aren't going to get any better. So let's talk about innovating in times of adversity. Five key points that you might find useful. The first one is you need to embrace a growth mindset. Now, I spoke about a growth mindset in episode 122. I do really strongly recommend you go back and listen to it. It tells you a little bit about how you can develop that growth mindset. But adversity, as I said, forces us to think outside of the box. We need to be innovative. We need to think about different ways of doing things. We need to think about different ways of experiencing our expenses. I say experiencing our expenses. It sounds stupid, doesn't it? But, it encourages us to see challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. And that's the first thing I'm going to talk about there is that when you're embracing a growth mindset, when you find something that you think this is a problem, look at it and think, this is an opportunity. How can I make this an opportunity for a growth point within my business or a way to do things differently within my business? That mind shift alone is crucial. It's going to allow you to pivot quickly, adapt to new circumstances, and continuously seek improvements in your business. For example, during economic downturns, and I'm going to say that in this market, it's an economic downturn. I'm not sure what the government is saying, but it's an economic downturn. If you can embrace a growth mindset, it's likely you're going to find new revenue streams or ways to optimize your operation, leading to longer term success. Now, what I mean by that is new revenue streams should be self-explanatory. You're going to find new ways of bringing funds into your business that still meets with your core values and your business strategy and your business objectives. It might, however, also let you look at those things and say, it's time to pivot on those. It's time to evolve those. The other thing that it might allow you to do is to look at your operations, work out where you can save some costs, work out how you can do things better to minimize costs, how you can do things differently to give a different outcome as well. So the first thing you need to do is embrace a growth mindset. The next point I've got here is think about digital transformations. It can be a game changer. Now, most of us are already working online. Most of us are already using a lot of the online platforms and technologies. Going back a little bit, it's time to look at those platforms and technologies that you're using and make sure, do you need to use them? Do you need to be spending the money that you're spending on them? Can you use things differently? Can you amalgamate things and use tools differently and get more out of one tool perhaps rather than having 2 or 3 tools to do it? You need to leverage what you're doing there. And again, I've got a podcast about leveraging your business and how it's useful to you. I'd recommend you go and listen to it. But you've got to be able to leverage a digital transformation, leverage your digital platforms to give you the most that it can out of it. Remember, during COVID-19, there are many, many bricks and mortar stores that successfully shifted to online sales when everything shut down. I was in Hawaii at the time, and it blew my mind how one day you were going in to sit down to have dinner, and the next day you could ring them up and they'd have it packaged up for you, beautifully packaged up in a nice foil package. You drive up to the curb, they bring it out to you, you take it home, you eat it at home. It allowed those businesses to survive in an otherwise difficult situation. So look at leveraging your digital transformation and your digital platforms. See what you can do better. See what you can do more cost effectively. See what you aren't already using within those platforms that you might be able to do. I'm also going to suggest that it might be a good time to start learning about some of the AI technology, the ChatGPT type technologies that are around to let you work more cleverly, more cleverly. There we go. Collaborative innovation is also imperative. You have a team of people, whether you realize it or not, even if you are a sole owner, a solopreneur, you have a team of people around you who have got ideas, who have got ways of doing things. Why not ping them when you've got a problem, or you're looking for some way of doing something, and say, hey, listen, has anyone got a way of doing this? I'm a bit stuck. I'm thinking about this. What do you guys think? And start getting the collaboration working. It doesn't have to cost you money to do it. I'm actually going to recommend you come across to Locals and join my community there. The reason I've built Locals, my Locals community, is for this reason, is to allow business owners to interact and get this level of innovation and collaboration going. But look at who's within your team. Look at who's within your community. Look at the Facebook groups you're part of. Look at the groups like my Locals community that I'm building. Where can you go to and say, hey, what do you guys think about this? Is this a better way of doing it? What are you seeing that I'm not seeing? Use your networks to help you out here. Customer-centric adaptation. Look, if you haven't got your customers at the center of your business already, now is the time to have this. My notes here say, during crisis, business that listened to their customers and adapted accordingly often came out stronger. I am going to say to you that if you have your customers at the center of your business, if you listen to them, if you seek their feedback out, if you take their feedback online, if you take their criticisms and complaints on board, certainly you've got to weed out the rubbish complaints and criticisms and adapt your business to address what they're asking you to do. You're going to come out with better customer relationships. I've got some great stories about this, which I'm going to actually do in another video. Be agile with your leadership and your decision making. Now, these are all buzzwords, and I hate buzzwords. I hate this jargon, but agile leadership really is the capability of making swift, informed decisions. You can look at a problem, you can look at a situation, you need to be able to assess it quickly and then make those decisions. Don't procrastinate. Don't sit on it and say, oh, wait for another week or so and see what it's doing. I mean, maybe you have to, and maybe that's the decision. That's one of the agile decisions you have to make is this a situation that I can sit on or I need to sit on for a week or two and just see what happens? Or is this a decision that I need to make now and move forward on now? As a business leader, you need to be informed about your market trends. You need to be ready to pivot your strategies as needed. Again, that needs to be balanced out with the shiny object syndrome, which I have spoken about before. Is this a shiny object? Is this something that I can afford to ignore and just keep doing what I'm doing? Or is this something that's I need to really consider using within my business? Have a think about it. Develop your ability, your leadership and your decision-making abilities so that when you get down to market downturns, when you get into a situation that is stressful or a part of an adverse situation, there's the word I'm looking for, you can make the decisions quickly. You can make informed decisions quickly. So there are my 5 key points for innovating in adverse situations. What do you guys think? What has worked for you? What hasn't worked for you? What are you seeing today, particularly in the marketplace as it exists today? I know that there's a number of Australian businesses that I'm talking to that it's not that they're not doing well. It's just that it's harder at the moment. There's people over in the US that I talk to that they're having trouble too. There's people in the UK that are having trouble as well. It's not just our little corner of the market. This seems to be pretty widespread at the moment. So what is it you guys have found? What works for you? What didn't work? What are you experiencing at the moment that you could do with a hand on and you're just not quite sure where to go to? Leave some comments. Actually, I'd prefer you come across to Locals, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. Put some commentary in there, interact with this discussion, start your own discussions, ask for some help, even be prepared to offer some advice if you want. I'm not going to stop you offering advice. I think it's wonderful if we can help each other. And if you want to, leave some comments below. Absolutely, please leave a review for my podcast. That helps the content get out further. Remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to find out when I drop more content, and maybe even share this content with someone that you think will benefit from hearing this sort of message today. Apart from that, guys, I will see you all tomorrow.